Hello everyone, this is Dave Witcher, and welcome to my channel, Radiant Moon Witcher. Last video I talked about the COVID-19 shutdown and the fact that that was like a really big opportunity for all of us. And but I didn't say how. So this video I'm going to talk about exactly what that opportunity is. So as you all know, wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're in, you're probably experiencing some kind of shelter-in-place order because of the virus. What this has done is basically taken our normal lives and brought that to a halt. And in one way or another, it's taken you out of your autopilot life. So autopilot life, you get up in the morning, you do your normal routine, you go to work or school, you come home, you have whatever your normal routine is, you go to bed again, and you get up the next day and do it all over again, right? This is our autopilot life. And it's just a really once-in-a-lifetime chance to be shaken out of that pattern. And given a chance to take a fresh look at how you're leading your life and potentially even how you're creating your livelihood. I know that there are a tremendous amount of people who are out of work right now and are forced to. It's not even an option. They're forced to take a look at, well, how am I earning a living? And is this working for me? And am I doing what I want to do? So this is what this opportunity is. It's a chance to come back and look at your life and answer the question, am I doing what I want to do? Am I leading the life that I want to lead? Am I happy with what I'm doing? So I know that I started down this road many, many years ago, 2013, 2014, this really started to hit me hard. I used to be in the video game industry, and I'd been out in San Francisco Bay Area for quite a number of years at that point. And by around 2014, the end of 2014, I'd made a decision that I needed to leave. I didn't even know why I needed to leave or what I was going to be doing, where I was going to be going. I just knew that I'd come to a dead end. I'd put, at that point, 17 years of my life into living that life and being in the high-tech industry and the video game industry, and I ended up walking away from it all in 2015. Going back to my hometown and just spending time with friends and family. I didn't know where else to go and what else to do. So over the last couple of years, I've really tumbled and tussled with this idea of who's the real me, what do I want to do, how do I want to make my living, and it hasn't been easy. It never is. I don't think it's easy for anybody. I think, maybe there's a few people in the world that are really born into knowing, like, I really want to do this. And they're focused on it. They just know what their passion is and they go with it. And that's amazing. I love that. Anytime I hear a story or see a story about somebody who just is really dialed into their passion and they know they want to do that and they go for that, it inspires me a lot, actually, because I've really fought against that all my life, and I think many people have, right? So this is the opportunity that this shutdown brings. It allows us the space. It shakes us out of this autopilot life that we've been on. It kind of gives you that permission to take another look at your life and say, what am I doing? Am I doing what I really want to be doing? And if not, what is that? Right? So one of the last times I went to Comic-Con, it was either 2015 or 2016. I can't remember which year. Every year I used to go to the talk that Kevin Smith would give. Kevin Smith's a director, and he was first made famous by his very low budget but amazing film called Clerks. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. And he would just get into he would go into Hall H, which was this giant auditorium, and it was after everything else was already done for the evening, and he would take over that hall, and he would basically just talk for 3 to 4 hours, just off the top of his head, and it was always amazing. And it was I don't know, 2015 or 2016, but right during this time when I'm really struggling with what do I do, what am I doing with my life, and towards the end of this session with him, he really starts going into the fact that, look, he could have been a far more successful director had he stuck with more mainstream kind of films, but he wanted to do the films that he wanted to do, and he's never regretted that. He went into this diatribe about your unique voice, and how it's really the only true coin any of us ever have in this world. Right? It is our true value that we have to share with the world, and that really struck a chord with me. I didn't know what to do with it at that point, but it just stuck with me that our unique voice, our story, is the only true coin that we have to use and interact with the world. And so, following that, I found my way into doing Reiki work, energy work. I started diving deeper into my intuitive gifts, skills, whatever you want to call them, and that's more and more what I'm doing. I do energy work. I'm an intuitive guide. I do rune readings. I work with tarot. I do past life regression therapy, all of that kind of stuff. It's the thing that I've always been interested in my life, but have never had the courage to really embrace and say, yeah, this is me, and this is what I'm doing. So it's been a huge struggle my whole life, and working through all of this, I've come to believe that every single one of us has a unique gift, a unique passion that we're here to pursue, and if we allow ourselves to embrace that passion and pursue it, then we will bear a unique fruit to the world, a unique gift to the world that maybe not everybody will appreciate, but certainly there will be a group of people out there who, that if you embrace your passion and you follow it, they will find you and they will really appreciate what you bring to the world. And it will make the world a better place, and it will make you happy. So I think that's what we're here for. I think that's what this opportunity is. This is just a tremendous opportunity for everyone to really dive in and find their passion, reconnect with it, and have the courage to embrace it. Brené Brown, she is a psychologist, and she did a year-long study on vulnerability and what being vulnerable does to us. And at the end of that study, she wrote a paper, and that paper actually became a TED Talk. So you can look her up on YouTube. I highly recommend that you watch her TED Talk and all of her videos. She's got some books as well. She's amazing. Her work is amazing. And it really impacted me a lot as well, because basically what she said is that the key to success in life is to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to really put yourself out there in public, not just in any way, shape, or form, but in the way that you're being called to. So basically to embrace your passion and to allow yourself to do that publicly, so that And and in doing so gives you freedom. I mean, that's basically it. It gives you freedom to get out there and be yourself. And once you start doing that, it just gets easier and easier, and you feel better and better about being yourself and being open and being free. And as it's kind of like public speaking. So many people are afraid of public speaking, but once you start getting out there and doing it, you realize, okay, it's not really that hard, and it's not terrifying. And when you get comfortable with it, people enjoy it. So it's about embracing your passion and then putting that out there publicly, being vulnerable, giving yourself that freedom to pursue life on your own terms, to not be scared of being rejected. I mean, being rejected used to, it's in our genes as a fear of death. Because back when we were hunter-gatherers and maybe your tribe was only 30 to 50 people, being kicked out of the group, being rejected by the group was a death sentence. But that's no longer the case. We're all autonomous. I don't have to be liked by anyone to have a job and be able to pay rent and buy food and all of that stuff. And certainly what this lockdown has showed us is that, with the technology that we have nowadays, you can do everything from home. You don't even have to leave your house practically. So certainly nobody likes being rejected, but it's certainly not a death sentence. And so it's our time. It's the time for humanity to really get over that fear of being ourselves, following our passions, embracing who we really are, finding our unique voice. I was listening to a YouTube channel just a couple of days ago, and the woman who was doing the reading, she was talking about how some people are really afraid of wealth. And I used to really scoff at that idea, or at least be, questioning who would really be afraid of wealth. But I realized that on a level I was afraid of wealth. And the reason why is that if you have an extreme shift in the amount of wealth that you have in your life, on some level, it's like becoming a new person. And so the fear comes from the fear of dying as who you are right now and becoming something that you don't know what. And she said that having a lot of money doesn't change who you are, but that having a lot of money instead reveals who you really are. And I really like that a lot. And as I was listening to that, I kind of had a bit of a revelation that if having a lot of money reveals who you are, then reveal who you are and watch the wealth flow in. Because that's really what we're doing, is when we're saying, when we're blocking who we are, we're blocking our own wealth, our own abundance. And when I say wealth at this point, I'm not talking about just gobs and gobs of cash. What I mean by wealth is all the things in life that you need in order to feel satisfied, like truly satisfied. You can have millions and millions of dollars and not be satisfied or happy. We all know examples of celebrities or people who just have as much money as they could ever want, but they're absolutely miserable, right? So money doesn't make you happy. But if you are truly happy, whatever wealth you do have is going to be more than enough. So again, it's that listening to yourself, going within, and it's down in your gut. Your gut's going to tell you what you're passionate about, because your gut never lies to you, right? Our mind can create all kinds of stories, and all of them can seem real, but your gut will never lie to you. So, your heart is where you trust and allow. And so you need to trust your gut. Listen to your gut, trust your gut, embrace your passions, reveal who you are to the world, and start reaping the rewards of that abundance and happiness. So basically, that's it. That's my video for today. It's really just about, we're here in this moment. We've always come here on Earth to find our unique voice, embrace it, and share it with the world. And this stay-at-home shutdown is this global opportunity for everyone to start doing that. Because if you trust that and you follow that, then you will create abundance for your life. You will be able to pay your bills. Everything will start to work out. I know that seems kind of crazy, but having gone through that myself, where I just kind of fell flat on my face, nothing was working, I couldn't find work, and the more I embrace my real passion and put it out there, the more things just start to work for me. So that's my thing for today. Would love to see anybody's comments down below. I hope you are all doing well. I know that this is for some people, this has been a really rough time. So I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. And until next time, take care.